Okay. First and foremost, hopefully I've got the chat working today. We're hoping after all this time. We've been having a rough time of it. Rough. But Knicks! Woohoo! Way to go, guys. Way to go. New York Knicks are our champions. How's that for wonderful news for New Yorkers? Who, let's face it, could use some wonderful news, considering who their mayor is. Ooh, did I say that out loud? For those of you who have been asking, that right there, see if I can make that even bigger. Uh, let's see. No, I cannot seem to make it bigger. But these are the links to get to my different accounts where I am famous. No, not really. Um, but I'm trying to become famous. Well, maybe not famous, just normal. I'm just normal. Um, so I'm going to put that up again after I get it enlarged. And I wanted to put it as an overlay, but I'm not sure how. I'm sure there is a way to put it as an overlay, but I'm not sure. So, good afternoon. I am home in my studio again. Not that I was really worried about it, but I was kind of worried about it. I missed it. Missed my family of cats, dogs, and everything else. Uh, but I had a great trip. The reasoning for going wasn't the best, but seeing my family was definitely worthwhile. My hmm, my current thoughts on the subject of family are actually going to be released in a new song that I am going to put on my Suno here very Suno. Um, but until then, I'm man in man in progress. Want to shout out to want to shout out to Aunt Margie, and that means I have to show you my shirt. So we're just gonna try to get this shirt entirely on the screen. It's kind of a long shirt. My fibromyalgia shirt because I have fibromyalgia. For those of you out there who have fibromyalgia or know someone with fibromyalgia, I feel for you. I feel for them. It is not it is not an easy thing to live with. I had a friend, and I did say had a friend that has fibromyalgia and has had it for many years, but after I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia and I started having the effects of the symptoms, I was going to get in touch with said friend, and she decided at that point that her TDS was more important than our friendship. I hate the fact that people can be so deranged on this, to be honest. And the reason why is it's not it's not fair. It's not fair to me or whoever. Um, uh, Whoever you're dissing out on, it's not really fair to them that you hate them because of somebody else. I mean, I don't care who it is. Okay, I don't care if it's if it's Donald Trump. I don't care if it's not Donald Trump. The thing is people are people, no matter what. We're all in this big old fun roundabout together. All right. I think I can put those numbers, I mean, those addresses up again. So, for those of you who are interested in my music, which is not on there, how did I miss that? Any of you who are interested in my music or just watching me on other media fronts, because I send it off to YouTube. I'm right now, well, right now I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook, thanks to Restream. Still not getting any messages, not any hearts or anything, so I don't know if anybody's watching. But this is for those of you who are interested in my music. Go to that one. Okay. And it just shrunk it. Well, let's make it big again, shall we? There. So, as I was saying, that one's my music. That one is, let's get that ugly picture off there. That one is my YouTube account. Follow me there, please, because I got 7. I still have 7. Go over to YouTube and just subscribe to my channel. I'd be greatly appreciative. My Facebook, not to be confused with my other Facebook account, but because I say things here that I wouldn't say on that one. My X account and my TikTok account, all of which are ways to reach me, for one, for those of you who want to me, and can't seem to get my I can't seem to get my wonderful chat box to work. It says it's ready to receive messages, but I don't know if I don't know if it is. Let's see what happens when I nothing. Nothing is happening. Why is it paused? See if we can get this working here. Whoa, that was loud. That was very loud. That was very loud. Ouch. Okay, so there we go. See if we can get our talking back. Once we get this chat thing beat, I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear from everybody. Hear what you have to say about my music, about my politics. Yep, still a Trump supporter. So or about anything. I mean, I will literally talk about anything. So I don't mind. I actually have a very big mouth. I have a very big mouth, so I'm not afraid to talk. Um, but while we're on talking, let's talk about veterans. As soon as you're finished, my phone, I should really mute that when I'm on here, but then I don't know when people are trying to get a hold of me through that. So there's that. All right, let's see if we can get my chat up and going here. Do 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 do. Anybody out there? Is anybody watching? Is anybody listening? Because I'm not seeing nothing. Copy back to me. Wrong. Still having issues. There we go. There. Hi. How's everybody doing? So I had a great time visiting with my family, but we're going to talk about veterans. My brother, Stuart, is a veteran. A lot of my family actually is are veterans, and my brother Stuart is a very dear part of my life. Um, him and I, we both have issues because of our time in service. We are both VA disabled because of our time in service. Now, in the case of my brother, he has quite a few more issues than I do. And I personally have enough issues anyway. Um, but all of us veterans that I've ever had to talk to about their problems, we have one that keeps reoccurring in my conversations with other veterans. We can't talk. I know what you're thinking. Then shut up. No, I mean, it's something in us in in a veterans. It's not a stuttering problem, although you might think it is. Um, although some of us do have stuttering problems. I had a stuttering problem growing up for a long time. But it's not a stuttering problem. It's a problem actually speaking. Our minds overload, our nervous system chokes. And although we know what we're trying to say, it doesn't come out here. And it's very frustrating because we know we can say it, but we can't say it. It's hard to describe. Um, I tried to explain it to a few people because my brother Stuart was having some issues with it. Um, Last time I checked, which may have been far too long ago, I I don't think that the VA um, has, in any way, shape, or form, accepted that this is a disability for us, or even what the cause is. Because to be honest, we are such a varied group that even our PTSD is not the same for more than one of us. Some of us, we have PTSD because of crowds or and this is going to sound wrong, but like those people who were in Afghanistan, wonderful soldiers that went over there, a lot of them, part of their PTSD is seeing somebody, a native, a person of descent of the Middle Eastern countries. They see somebody, and although it's going to sound racist, they react, and it's nothing to do with racism. I was in service during what they call a peacetime, uh, so I don't get some of my benefits that I'm supposed to get because my peacetime supposedly didn't involve combat, but it did. See, that's the problem. That's what they don't understand. Just because just because it's called peacetime doesn't mean it is peacetime. We had police actions going on at the time I was in with Honduras. The Honduran people are wonderful people. Love my phone. Anyway, wonderful people. But when I get in a store, for example, and I get overwhelmed with more um, people uh, of Latin American descent, I freak. I love people, all people, but I get a little freaked out. Um, I feel like these people are a threat to me. Okay, not not children. Okay, um, we didn't we didn't have children attacking us, but we did have other people uh, of that race, of those races, Honduran, Mexican. We had trying to kill us. People in Afghanistan had people from Afghanistan trying to kill them. Iran right now, they're it's not it's not a winner take all sort of thing, but it doesn't have to be that. Some of us are triggered by sights and sounds that really have nothing to do with our quote unquote combat time. Okay, I uh, I for one have a have a very serious issue with helicopters. I love helicopters. But let me tell you right now, there is a different sound that some helicopters make. And I can identify those sounds because I was in a military unit that had a lot of helicopters. In fact, it was called the Combat Aviation Brigade. So there was a lot of helicopters. And I can identify the helicopters. But when we were not in combat, down in Honduras, on a peacekeeping mission, I could tell the difference in the sound of a U.S. helicopter versus the ones that were not our friends. And I know other veterans will understand that. Um, the problem is, my son, one of my boys, he has a problem with garbage by the road. Yeah, yeah, he was in Afghanistan. And they'd leave garbage by the road, but it would be actually be an explosive device, you know. Um, so he's really, really leery of driving too close to garbage by the side of the road. So, we all have our issues, but all of us seem to have a problem that disconnects our brain, our nervous system, and our mouth. And my brother Stuart was having that problem this weekend. And I've had that problem. In fact, that's why I do these lives. My therapist, Adam, back in the day, told me the best way to fight something like that is to keep talking. Okay, yeah, I'm talking way too much. But I'm talking, and it's the talking that I need to do. That's what I can say about it. Um, for those of you who have veteran family members that haven't had this issue, congratulations. I hope they never do. However, the honest to God's truth is there's a very, very, very strong possibility that it will eventually come to the point where they will have this issue and they will have to fight with themselves, so to speak. They started to understand things here. Anyway, they will have to fight with the inability to speak, and all you can do, to be honest, is be there for them. The last thing we want is condolence. Okay, I mean we're not freaks. Okay, we're not weird. We don't want you to feel like we're retarded. Oh, I used the R word. Quick, all you libs, get on my feed and tell me how terrible I am. Like, subscribe, follow. Please. I need to know that somebody's out there. I feel lonely. But we're not. We're just, we just lock up. Here again are all my, I gotta figure out which way is right and left on this thing, I'll tell you. Here is all of my ways to watch my videos or to listen to my music again. I actually played one of my songs at my mother's um, celebration of life this weekend, and and I had a couple of people tell me how wonderful it was, and I had a couple of people tell me how terrible it was, and well, all I have to say is it's not easy to write a song in the first place. It's much more difficult when that song is a personal matter. And I had a lot of people who told me they didn't, you know, they didn't tell me anything. They didn't say, yes, I loved it. No, I hated it. Didn't have any of that. And that's fine. I don't live for my criticism. As a matter of fact, I take negative criticism very badly. um, but I wanted to just thank you all for being with me on all this. It's a journey for me. Trying very hard to find my way through. Now, I did mention the Knicks. Go Knicks! Way to go. Bitcoin is back going up. Yeah, Bitcoin is on the rise again for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing. Any of you hear about the woman who got thrown off a cliff? She was bungee jumping, made a joke apparently before they hooked her up to throw her off the cliff, and oh gee whiz, somebody was offended by the joke, so they didn't hook up her bungee cord, and she plummeted to her death. Just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean you need to kill somebody. Just saying. Murder is not all right. It's just not. It's terrible. Heads up to Vanilla Ice. He's still on board for the America 250. Yeah. Go Ice, Ice baby. Um, yeah. Hmm. Just got a news update. The bungee jumper thrown to her death was found alive by a nurse at the foot of the cliff. This is according to the Mirror. A young woman hurled to her death in a bungee jump freak accident. Freak accident, my butt. They knew they were throwing her to her death. Was still alive after hitting the ground, according to a nurse who desperately attempted to save her. Her name was Maria Eduardo Rodriguez de Freitas. She was 21. She was thrown from a 130-foot high bridge just because she made a off-handed comment that somebody there didn't like. So, He-Man came out. For those of you interested in your nostalgia, movie for He-Man come out. The movie for Supergirl comes out next week, at the end of the week. And for you D&D nuts, the new Ravenloft 5 ebook is out there. Yes, run, grab it. Grab me a copy and send it my way. Just kidding. I do plan on buying one very soon, but not yet. I'm kind of toasted for money. We spent a lot of money this weekend in very positive ways. We had some food and fun and went to the Cascades water park. Wonderful. I highly recommend it. We were going to go to Ellis Sharp, but ran out of time. Ended up playing some cards with my family because we're all, well, for lack of a better phrase, we all like playing cards. I mean, euchre, I got my butt handed to me at euchre, so obviously I'm not as good at euchre as I once was, or thought I was. I guess I'm going to have to play more often. I wanted to get a chance at my Uncle Randy and Aunt Margie and my brother John and my brother Michael and my sister Karen at playing some 13, but that didn't happen either. Instead, I ended up playing uh, some euchre uh, with my cousin and my nephew John and my nephew John's wife Patty, Patricia. What do you prefer? But yeah, my Uncle Randy was in on that, but I didn't get a chance to play the game that I'd been practicing because when we went down in February, when we went down to see my mother before she passed, they were all talking about how great this game was. So I learned it, and now I'm ready. And then I play euchre. Uh, we had a good time. Lot of good memories being built. Family is important. I've said that 1,000 times if I've said it once. Don't let a person that is nobody to you, don't let that one person, that one action, or that one item come between you and your family. I mean, seriously, you need to be there. Okay? Your family is not going to be here forever. I know. Yep, I just lost my mother. I could say things like that. No, let me explain something to you. From the end of last year all the way through now, my family has suffered, has had their loved ones level up to Christ. There you go. How do you like that one? That's another way to say they passed on or they died. Um, a lot. My Aunt Sandy died in January. My cousin Jimmy died in January, I think. January, February. He was right on the cusp of the 2 months. Um, my oh yeah, it was January because yeah. Anyway, my mother died in February. My wife's grandfather died in March. It just keeps going. You lose people. Why would you? Why would you burn bridges? Donald Trump is not coming to your family reunion ever. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't break anybody's heart. Okay, he's not. Hillary Clinton, unless she needs to be the one to cause somebody's death, she's not coming to your house. Okay, they're not. They're far removed from us normal people. I watch a few different TikTokers and such, and um, they, some of them, have made it very well, and I'm very happy for them. Uh, Alan Cooper, great guy, sings like a dream, um, but started out just like me. Um, the guy who lives right up here in uh, Grayling or Gaylord, someplace up here by me, uh, who started out like me. Uh, him and his daughter used to do all these really funny videos and stuff. Um, and now he's a movie star, and his daughter even was in one of the movies recently. So uh, it can happen that you can move up, but I'm living proof that you don't always. And even then, I don't think that either of those two could, have Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or AOC or whoever stop into their house and hang out. Kid Rock, you ever want to come over for a beer? That's cool. Tom McDonald, you ever want to stop by and talk political or want to even, buy some of my songs I wrote? Come on over. But I don't see it happening. So why would you destroy your family and friendships, all these relationships in your life over somebody you will probably never meet? I've had to say goodbye to too many people. I guess in a way I'm an orphan now. My mom was the last. Oh, nope, I'm not quite an orphan. I still have my stepmother left. She's still here. But out of my four parents, three of them are gone. So, out of my out of my family, I can't even count how many are gone. Oh, it's you don't get a chance. My brother Stuart and I were talking. We need more time together, and I don't mean we as in him and I. We as in we decided the family needed more time together. We need to see our family more. You need to see your family more. Let's get out of the politics and get down to the beers and the brats, the bonfires. whatever it takes. I'm going to get out of here. I'm just ranting at this point because I still have nothing on my chat. So I'm going to go back and check and see if anybody talked on my chat or sent me an emoji or something like that and get all kinds of ticked off at Restream again. So until then, love to all. Talk to you tomorrow.